So I'm back with my second live or third live, so to speak. Today I'm gonna do some practicing and I'm gonna show off this aiming tool that is going to help everyone just do um, the aiming precision. It's very small. You see the diameters of these. It's really, really small. Oh, and I got this little thing too. It's a like a pocket marker. Um, in APA they do that, I guess. But BCA, UPA, IPA, or anywhere else, they don't do that. Um, you don't have to mark the pocket. You basically call the pocket, right? But like I said, this is extremely hard. As you see this, right? That's what's the hardest part, is that um, getting it through the ring, right? So I built different stages of this. The different stages of how wide the diameter is, like this one, for example. You can see it's like, it has some cushion there to go through. So me practicing this, I mean, I can make definitely 5 balls without touching this part, like literally without touching it. But can I make 10? Well, if I make 5, then I put this little guy here. This one is only one millimeter, like literally 1 millimeter. Um, Let me make this correct like this. 1 millimeter away. The hardest part is not actually making the ball through. So like I mean, the hardest part for the, let's say, the cue ball. Okay, so if I measure, that's that's fine, right? But making 2 balls through this little thing, or through this little uh, hole, yeah, that's where it gets really, really challenging. But guess what? You're gonna have an easier way of basically getting the precision down, to like literally precision down. And by the way, for you guys that are all in the live, um, see, now all you have to do is restart, right? So if you guys don't mind, the ones that are in the chat and whatnot, say something, comment. If you can like or share the video, that would be really, I would really, really appreciate it. This is my second live, and I have no idea how it even works. Let's do race to 10. All right, $500. Um, hey Amar, do you even play pool? Cause I don't know. Like, I mean, are you even good? Like, I don't know. So I made one. Can I make 2? That's the question, right? Well, this is how Amar plays. He would miss even the first one. But anyways, I'm just down here to practice a little bit. I play on my phone. Mark, how you doing? No, but for you guys, if you don't mind, please do like the this, because I don't know how the live stream works. I'm kind of like sick, to be honest. Not feeling the best today. All right, let's set this up. What is important when you are shooting? Well, number one is pre-stroke, right? Like pre-stroke. If you just do it like this and then you just go, most likely your precision is gonna go down on that. Not saying you're gonna miss, but pre-stroke, I usually do 1, 2, 3, but that, like, um, that in itself is uh, important, right? All right, no more joking. I'll make 5 balls through this. Okay. Who's gonna bet I'm gonna make 5 balls through this without touching the ring. Let me just set it up and I'll focus and be quiet. By the way, thank you for all 53 of you here. So I built this tool, right? I made quite a few sales. The other day, actually, I had to do 3 different kind of colors. The person wanted to have a red one, a pink one, and the black one, but didn't want to have a different kind of, wanted to have the smallest actual ring. So I, I'm actually out of not colors, but anyways. All right, let's do this. One, 5 balls through. And then we're gonna go to a smaller diameter. Like I said, this here in itself is much harder than you think. Like than you think. Let me see. There you go. Than you think. So the way you set this up, everything needs to be straight. It doesn't mean. I mean, it's really for you to practice. Um, for you to practice center, right? Like the precision. So that's what it's all for. Um, and then you can do it even harder like this. Set up 3 balls, right? And that's pretty cool. Thank you, Nick. So, like, you can set up even harder, right? What is the 3 ball like? What do you think? What kind of precision do I really, really need to have in order to make that 8 ball go through that? Okay. So, I have to have a precision hitting this 5 ball straight into it and then into the 8, go through that little ring and go through that. Can I do it? Okay, bets are in. Just kidding. Nope. Everything just flew away. So don't force yourself if you can't do something like that. This one, let me show you. Extremely small diameter. Okay, like you can see, like here, let me like that. It's extremely small diameter when you think about. Well, here, this would be it, right? In order to make through that. So what I if when I start with this, I basically take just a cue ball, okay, and I'm gonna make it through, okay, and then do this. I don't know, 5, 10 times, for example. Do this 5, 10 times, and then once you see that you're good at this, like you're just making it through, then right, then you can challenge yourself um, with different ways. Okay, so I nicked it a little bit, made through, but I nicked it, right? I would reset that. So can I make, let's say, let's do this. This is gonna be extremely hard, but can I make this ball through that? Okay, and with the cue ball hitting it. All this does for you, not all, I mean, what it does for you, you can so I hit it on the side. What does that mean? That when I hit the cue ball, either I put the spin on or I didn't hit the ball right. So that's what this tool is actually helping you. Another thing, um, what I love to show or actually practice is, like, for example, if I set this up right now, it's not just for, okay, I'm gonna make it through. Okay, what about, let's talk about stop shots. Okay, so what is a stop shot? Stop shot is when you're hitting a cue ball below center, just like half a tip below center. So let's say this is the, well, you can't see it, so right here, let me see, how do you guys see it? All right, so this is the center, right? So right below the center, and obviously the stop shot, where it matters is the distance, right? So the stop shot means that when I hit below center, the cue ball should stay put right there. Okay, so like that. Now that's one practice, right? So you can practice the precision of your stop shot, right? So it's not just okay, sure, I made it through the ball. It's not about that only. It's Okay, so my stop shot, meaning that even if put I go below the center of the cue ball, right? Then now let's do the drawback. What is a drawback or backspin? Uh, Basically, in lamest terms, or actually how I actually explain, okay, if you take the stripe, okay, let me do it like this. If you take the stripe, the top part is for when you're jumping the ball, okay? When you're hitting it from the top, the ball will jump over. So we're not doing jumps today. The bottom part of the stripe ball right here is where your tip needs to hit in order to draw back. So when it hits, it goes back, right? So that's why I like this tool. I don't know, the concept of this uh, is really big when you want to uh, practice the precision in itself. So the back draw is this. Okay, you saw the ball went back. Do that also. I don't know. My personal, like training or practice, so to speak, is basically um, doing it at least 10 times. Go through the big one right here, which is the diameter about half an inch um, between the ball. So now I made this through, right? 3 balls in a row, right? Now, what if let's say, let's say if I'm kind of a beginner and I'm trying to do the draw shot, but I do something like this. Now, I don't know if you noticed, the ball went back a little bit, right? But it went also sideways. What does that mean? Well, when I hit the cue ball, I hit it basically bottom left. Therefore, my object ball went to the opposite side, and therefore my precision was off. So you can actually practice that as well, meaning that I'm gonna put this ball a little bit off, okay, just a little bit, so it's not straight anymore, okay, and I'm going to try to make it through that with just a backspin and a little bit to the left. Okay, you see the cue ball went back in this way. So for a little bit more of an advanced people, right, um, this is really good for the precision if you really want to nail down to uh, like the of dynamics of the pool and all of that. But this is normal one, just like that there. But did you notice how the cue ball went this way? So therefore, reset. All right, let me read some chats. Please do like, uh, subscribe as well. I put daily, every single day, I make a video on some tips, um, for that I think personally help people. On the cue ball, you got to put the backspin on the cue ball. Well, I just did that, I think. But and most of my tips, are uh, pretty. It can go from just a beginner, someone in a pool, to someone like advanced, like something advanced would be, uh, well, let's say without this tool. Um, Wait, where's the camera? Because I have to make sure that it goes like that. Okay. So what does this teach you right here? Well, in simple way is that it's not about making this pocket right here that you don't unfortunately see. It's about making it through making a bank shot, right? Number one. And number two, you will notice I'm gonna be like, a little bit off. And then that's also, this is really hard because number one, you have to hit the object ball correctly. Number two, you have to hit right into a spot where it needs to go. So the way it is that where the ball hits, that's where, I mean, pat in, pat out. Okay. So if I have to calculate, I would think actually right where I did that. All right. So I made it through, but I nicked it a little bit. You saw that, right? Um, what does that mean? That means I wish I just knew where I actually put the ball. That way I can, I think it was something like that. So what does that mean? Because I hit a little bit on this side, on right side of the ring, of the aiming ring, that means that I need to put a little bit less onto this ball. So, like I said, this isn't something to joke around. It doesn't matter. I bet money. Well, I don't have to bet money because professionals, they do have that. They do practice with this. Uh, it's something that I built. Uh, well, there's other versions as well, but I built these that, and you will see even professionals when they come down, they want this. This is something where it gets them challenged. Okay, so all right, do we have any questions? Ask me any question about pool. Okay, just don't ask me about APA stuff. um, hi, Sebastian. So we have 155 people. Let me know. I don't know if you guys can comment. I don't know how it works on the app in itself. When I'm watching usually the live, I just kind of watch. But so this ring in itself, let's see. Okay, you see, I'm going harder and harder, right? Now, where it gets also challenged. Okay, you see the diameter, I mean the distance between the object ball and the ring, the aiming ring. Well, what if we put it right here? Okay, but I mean the distance now changes, right? So let me fix this like that. Um, so just have to make sure it's correctly set. All right. So now the distance is 2.5 feet away, or about half of, now what is that? That would be about half a meter, a little bit more for those that are in metric or imperial. So now this is where it gets a little bit harder and harder, right? But that's what practice all it does for you, right? Okay. Now I know I made the ball, okay, and that's fine. But sometimes, remember, when you are playing pool or billiards, you want to hit kind of like a little bit more on the side, right? So I take this too and I put it right onto the spot right here. Okay. That means that like when you do cut shots or anything like that, you want to, practice all the angles of the pocket. If you take this to a pool hall and they have one of those coin uh, pool table pockets, what are they, valley billiards, right? So my pockets personally, they're really big, like they are. I'm not gonna say 2 balls in, right? On a diamond table, it would be 1.5 ball. Well, this in itself is a basically a um, what's it called? Pocket diameter, like really, really tiny, right? So if you're into snooker, well, this guy is even smaller. So now that I set it up, I want to hit it right into this spot right there, right? So let's go from there. And thank you all for 141 people that are watching. It really makes me happy to do this. But like I said, if you have any poll questions, I would be happy to. Hi, hi, Aaron. Um, to answer, I really do. So, oh, see this guy? So, like I said, I believe is it just in APA? Can you guys see it? Um, I don't know if it's just in APA where you need to mark the pocket. So, I made a little marker today. Building a bigger version of that. Just something I saw someone have it, and then I went 3D printing last night a little bit, and this is my design. The other design is more like square. So, But I'm thinking to make it with. Okay, this is a little bit off, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. 160 people. Let's go. Um, how do let's uh let's practice. I don't know. Let's not practice, but let's do some what's it called? Bank shots. Heard a lot of people you have problems with the banking. Okay. So the easiest way for me to explain to anyone really, and this works really well for anyone with the banking. Okay. So let me put it this way. Can you guys see the pocket even? There. All right. So banking when it's closer to the rail, the easiest way you can actually find out is like this. You take your cue, okay, and then you put it right next to the object ball, okay, and then you go half the ball over, okay, so like this. What does that do? Well, if I take this half and then basically where this was the half, this right here is the point where I need to actually hit this ball in order to at least get closer to here. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so that's the easiest way for people that are more visual, okay, in order to start banking. Like, let's say your bankings are not the best, okay, like I said. So take your cue like this, half the ball over, okay, and then this is where the place I need to hit. Okay, that's the best way to explain how banking works. Okay, so in here, okay, when I personally already pretty much know where I need to hit the ball, okay, um, for the banking parts. So, like for example, here we have what 1.5 diameter. I mean one. So this is a diamond right there. I don't know. Can you guys see it? Okay, and this is half the diamond. So this is where the cue ball is, right? I mean the object ball is right here in this one. So it's 1.5 diameter. Divided by 2 is 1.75. No, sorry, 0.75, which would be right here. Okay, what does that mean? That this ball needs to hit right into that spot in order to go here. Okay, that's another one that um, that helps a lot of people when you're banking. So let's put it right here, right, into the um, first diamond. So just for the sake of it, hi Jamal. Um, so you have one diamond right here, right? That means that this ball needs to travel half the diamond. Okay, I'm not saying it needs to hit right here, but it's towards, right? So it's towards that. So it's like this, okay? So I need to hit my ball right here in order to make it. I think I can make it. Nope. So what happened here? I kind of thought that that's gonna happen. Um, the the distance, not the distance, but the cue ball. I mean, the ball was first of all really frozen on the pocket, and you see the way this. If I put it here, it will probably work much better. Okay. See, I didn't double tap. That's because where the cue ball was. What else versus what versus 9? What do you mean? Thing. Is that's some code? All right, let's go back to practice in itself. Okay. Um, what do you guys like to play the most? 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, one pocket? Oh, Vietnam. Uh, hi, Alex. How you doing? 100 and thank you all. Listen, thank you all. I can see it right here, but thank you all for 17 thumbs ups. If we can do more, perfect. And it helps me out here with with the live and makes me do this even more. Otherwise, here's one. Hey, thank you, Sean. What do you guys think about this tool? Well, I mean, would this help to anyone, to any of you? I don't know. Like for me, this was like a game changer, right? Like, I know that my precision is pretty good, but this in itself, like, I um I can't explain how even that's better. Let me tell you why. I have um here I have these pocket resizers, right? Like I said before, my pockets are pretty big. Now, if I wanted to make it even smaller to the diameter of, let me see, this one. This one is like this one is like that. If I wanted to make it even smaller, right, my pockets, this was great for practicing when I play pool. Um, Now you can see that there's no chance that two balls are going through, right? This is pretty much smaller than a diamond table. Look, like barely one ball and one finger, like barely fits through. So for me, because I wanted to practice without those, what they do is just the problem is that they make like a thump sound, and I don't see the ball how it's traveling. That's why I built this. Okay, so little tools and gadgets for the pool community. All right, now that was bad. I didn't even pre-stroke. That's the reason probably why I missed. Um, Let me go back and focus. That's another one. Focus. All right. So if I focus and do this again, okay, here we're gonna do it again. If I miss this, I'm gonna shut off the live. Okay. Thank you. 1919 likes. I appreciate it. Or is it thumbs up? I don't know. And do subscribe, please. Like I said, um, this tool that I built, I put um, basically you get three of those. So the bigger diameter and then the really small one. You get three of those, and like um, the I basically have to pay for the shipping and all of that, but I put it for what was it, 7.99, something like that. So, uh, anyways, all right, pre-stroke and focus. There you go. That worked well, right? I made these long, along with more. I swear, every idea I have eventually. That's the thing, Paul Hall. Like, you know what? I'll show you something, and you can also take it from me. All right. And you think that um, even I, I'm the original thing or whatever. Nothing really in this world is original anymore, so to speak. I'm gonna be honest with you. As an entrepreneur who had three businesses longer time ago, um, there's not an idea out there that isn't all right. The thing is, take it into the action, right? So you have to also think about this. For every Coke, there's Pepsi, right? So I'll show you one tool that I'm actually building. You maybe, if you're into 3D printing community, maybe we can help each other. Hi, Rima. So my other tool, it's upstairs. My other tool, what it does, okay? It's pretty short. It fits five balls, okay? And there's tools like that. It's just that they're mechanical, number one, and two, heavy, and number three, I'll let you know, expensive. We're talking about, 600 bucks for the thing that it does. So it's also a practice tool, right? It holds five balls, and then it releases the ball always at the same spot, right? And then, you can always practice. So I'm building that. My design is a little bit off. The ball is usually not at the very exact spot, so I'm trying to make it at, like, let's say, it puts a ball out, it's here. It puts a ball out, it's here, and then it goes back. So I'm trying to, when I get time to go back to that design, I'll let you know. But let's practice here. I'm an engineer, designer, pool player. Huh, we're the same. You don't have a 3D printer? Come on, what kind? You know what? Actually, I almost said, what kind of engineer are you? You know what? I didn't even have it um, till about what, a month ago, 2 months ago. I actually 3D in my library. There's a 3D printer. You basically send an STL file, and then I was printing just like a little gadgets for myself and stuff like that, ornaments, let's say. So, but yeah, no, all of these little tools help a lot, and you see why, right? You have to practice all the time. And it really does not matter, like, people say, oh, I can beat you because beat you in pool, like, uh, and this and that. That's not the case here. The case here is really making it through this 10 times at least, and then we can do this. We can go and switch to medium. Okay, so let's switch to medium. So I would not personally, when if I practice, let's say I had my coffee and whatnot, um, I uh, I would not start with the medium. I would start with the big one here, and then I would go with the medium. And then, once I get 10 balls through this is the hardest part, where like you have to align it, or at least cheat the pocket, what they say. See, my first version of those are aluminum, curved around a ball just enough for the ball to squeeze through. Yeah, yeah. So this one, um, it's same. I was thinking to make like, see, I don't know, can you see it? Barely fits through. I mean, if the ball, right? See that? Like it barely fits through. That one, if you set it up and focus and do this 10 times. I always say 10 times because I don't know. Anytime I do any kind of drills, um, I do it 10 times. But to remember it, and for the muscle memory and the brain memory, do it 21 times. That's the key. And then, progress. So I have a distance here of one and a half, what's it called? Uh, Feet from the ring, right? And it doesn't need to be the cue ball. Okay, I would set, like, you can set up like, like this. There. Now we have 5 balls that we need to go through this. Okay, and set it up always in the same spot. There's something actually I'll show you here in a second. All right, so if this happens, reset. What does that mean? Take all the balls out, um, and put it where it was. uh, I have these little, let me show you here a second. I have these little things when I'm doing my videos for you guys. Okay, um, these are binder. I don't know what they're called. Binder stickers, like 200 of them. So you take this, okay, and then you can put it there. For that part, you can either, I don't know, you can take one of those again and then put it here. Um, but if you don't have any of that, okay, just take a little chalk, okay, and just there. Now you have a little around here, okay, that needs to go through, and you are always going to be in the same spot. That one, that advice that I just gave you is pretty much one of the more important ones, because if you're practicing a particular shot on a pool table or billiards, you want to practice exact the same one. Even when, when I was meeting with all the semi pros or pros, so they would be playing, let's say, you know we're doing a cut shot, and then they would do something like this. Okay, so what do? They remember the spot where they put it. Okay, and then they would repeat this. Okay, they would repeat this um, shot at least 2 3 times, right? So till they don't see, all right, now I'm good. Okay, that's why I said, like, if you're gonna get this, um, do have always the same on the same spot, right? So let me correct this. Okay, so what did we do? A little bit more off. Um, this one is really small, so it has to be perfect. So um, you have to redo again. Okay. Paper reinforcement dam. Yes, yes, pool hall junkie. Yes, 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 yes. um, they are also called something. Let me see. Where do I have them? Yeah, you're right. Right here. So this is it. 200 of these. I just, like, stack it out like this, and then, I mean, you'll see in my videos, like, and they stick really good for the most of the part. um, you know, After 50 or 100 shots, like, through, they stick well. And some people say it leaves residue. I don't know, because it's my Simonis cloth or anything, but I have not seen not one residue. Even, like, let's say if I go on vacation or something, even if I do go through on a vacation or anything, I don't, I don't, what I want to say, I don't see that any of the residue. Okay, so we'll make 2 balls. Let's do it quick, without, let's say, 2 pre-strokes. 1 2. Okay, 3 balls. See what I mean? You have to go through ball. 3 1 2 3. Look at that. Look at this. So make this 10 times, and your precision, um, what gets to why is that? It's not about making the ball. The precision, um, actually, it comes also with your, when you are, the way you're holding your cue, the way you're like your back of the elbow. Okay, if you guys go and watch some of the videos, I mean, I even have some, the stance in itself. You know what? The stance in itself, people say, like, a lot about it. While it is important, um, the thing is, what I usually say is, like, get what is comfortable for you, okay? Because not everyone is either skinny or big, or, tall, short, whatever. I always say, get what is comfortable with you, but make sure, like, All right. Can you guys hear me now? Please, please, someone comment. um, Otherwise, I'm gonna start typing. I don't even know if I can type in the chat. Let me see. Is there an option to type in the chat? Oh, you can hear? Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, so okay. Maybe a little bit less because I took this guy off. That it was right next to me. So, what do we want to practice today? Tell me. I am all for it. Bank shots, kick shots. Um, how do the kick shots work? Does anyone know? Oh, you can hear now? Okay, great. So, oh, maybe you can you hear me back now? I'm getting these alerts from some app. So they might be taking out the, let me set it up. Let me set up this way. All right. Okay. Where's, do we have a cue ball here anywhere? All right. I think I just uploaded that not too long ago, about the kick shot. That's one of the methods when I started learning about kick shots. Is basically, oh, you guys don't see the where's the, oh, there it is. All right. So let's do like this. Okay. That way you guys can see it. All right. So the kick shot, the way I learned when, just for the visual part is extremely simple. Basically, you are, let me do it here so you guys can actually see better. Yeah, that would be good. All right. So what you do is where, first of all, where you need to hit the ball. Okay, let's say you need to hit it right here, right? Okay, so this is where what? This is where I need to hit. I put my cue right on a rail. Make sure you don't do one of these where you touch where you touch the ball. Okay, and because the camera is here, I can't just do. All right, I'll try to make it over. All right, so and then uh, do like that. Where? Let me see if I did it right. Just a second. All right, there. I needed to push my. All right, so put it like this, and then half the way. What do I mean by half the way? Okay, the distance between here and here and here. Okay, so this is halfway, right here between the sorry, between the cue ball and the object ball or the target ball, right here. Okay, so again, we'll go like this halfway, and then all you have to do is parallel shift, okay? So that means that I need to hit right into this spot in order to at least touch this ball. Where was it? I think it was right here, right? Okay, a little bit off. That's probably because I wasn't paying attention. But that's the easiest way to learn the kick shots, okay? So like let's say this ball is here. Okay, it's the same principle, okay? Um, I know I'm not making it there, but at least I'm let's say I'm blocked like this, but at least I need to hit it, right? So again, put it like where I need to hit, half the distance, and then parallel shift, okay? So that means that I need to actually hit right into this spot, not here, right into this spot to at least touch this ball, okay? So that's the easiest way to learn about kick shots in billiards. By the way, I'm not trying to like I didn't open this live just for the product that I have or the product that I built because you know what? I was explaining this to someone when, and this is where also an idea came to me. Uh, Let me do it like this, okay? So the aim in itself, just for the what's it called? Um, the aiming in itself. So You put your cue over like this. All right, like this. Okay. And you see how close that is? Okay. Now, practice pre-strokes without touching either of the balls, right? And then you can go a little bit smaller and then do the same thing, okay? Without touching any of the balls, um, right? So then it came to my mind, well, I can also do that with when that's for practicing your aim on a hand, right? Well, then you could also do something like this. Take two balls, right? And then set up straight. And that means that I cannot touch either of the balls, but I have to make through. And this will tell you what went wrong. Okay. So for me, just because I wanted to have the balls, uh, the pool table balls, that's why I get with this. I have it for about, I don't know, 2 months now, 3 months that I built. But I'm like, you know what? I built an app for people. Why don't I build something like this too? By the way, the app is extremely, like, it's free, no ads, nothing, nothing, nothing. Nope. I built it for myself first, and then I built it for everyone else. The app is basically scoring for the APA, BCA, APL, 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, one pocket. So, yeah. What do you guys like to play the most? Nobody said anything. And by the way, thank you for all the likes. What app? I think it's in my looking. I mean, when you get off or when you, it's in my bio. It's called Billiard X Score. By the way, I'm gonna change the name because people just there's like thousands of people using it. Um, what I noticed is that like just this Thursday, I had a tournament, and my friend is like, "Hey, you know what? I changed my phone, but I couldn't find your app. What was it? The name of it? You know?" Because he's like, "I remember vaguely what's the name, but I don't know exactly what the name was. I had to put like a capital letter on it, right?" And I'm like, you know what? I probably should change the name. Just so people can find it because um, what when I built the app, um, it was my mind because let's say me and my best friend, we play every day or practice every single day, 2, 3, 5 hours, right? And then what happens is, like, we wanted to sometimes, let's see who wins in, like more in 8 ball, 10 ball, or whatever, but with the Fargo level, right? Um, or APA level, right? So, and basically, none of the apps, I mean, there's some apps out there. When I download it, they're okay. But you know what? I mean, don't get me wrong. Me being a developer, the app like that took me, what, 3 days to build, like literally. With AI, probably 30 minutes. But it took me 3 days to build the design and all of that. Um, and to me, it's like uh, for those their apps when they put it out there, like all the ads on there, and like you finish the game, let's say race to five, 5-5, and then big banner, like and everything, and then you have to wait 1.5 minutes, and then like it was just annoying for me. So I built it for myself, had it for months, and then I introduced to my friends, and then I released it out in. I released it in both, in uh, Google and what's it called, App Store. Um, like I said, app is free, no ads, nothing. Like I make zero off of it. Okay, and I built all of those modes on like APA 8 ball, 9 ball. I'd put 10 ball and one pocket. I'm probably gonna do. I will probably do. Someone asked me for straight pull, but because I never played straight pull in itself, it's hard for me to like design something that I don't know. Does that make sense? Like, I know how to do this. What's the cue and cue glove and chalk do you think I should get with $400? Ha! Okay, the gloves. Okay, let's talk about gloves. Just a second. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. um, I have multiple brands. Okay, there's nothing. This one lasted me. Look at this. Can you see it? Wait. This one lasted me 3 months. This one is still good, I guess. Also 3 months. This one, I have it for 6 months. This is Conlon one, uh, about 6 months. But I don't use this one the most. Okay. I had, and by the way, I have a Predator one. Okay. People think, people think just because it's a brand that will last the longest. Well, guess what? This here, it has exactly the same and everything, but it wasn't that much. So that's for the glove. Chalk. Well, I had many chalks, and not just because I, you know, sponsored. I'm not saying because of that. Okay, chalk. You'll see a lot of people are switching to town. Okay, more precisely, V10. Okay, so right here, uh, that one in itself, I would say why. Number one, do you know how I play every single day? Okay, number one, and number two, um, how long do you think I have this chalk like this? I mean the usage, and I play every single day. This is what 5 months right here, 5 months. So imagine 5, 10, 15, 20. I can probably have this for 3 years more and get to the bottom. Where the other one, yeah, not really. I just noticed that I did something here. Anyways, um, so this one is good. The chalk in itself, what I like about chalks is the most. Okay, number one is when, um, like, let me show you the other one. This is a they call it pro chalk, and you don't see me use it. I don't know if you can see it. This guy didn't leave a dent or anything. Okay, this one, like, it leaves a little thing. So the chalk in itself, some people like to chalk more. I don't personally. That's why I like this one. Um, and then, I mean, you know, play with masters. It doesn't matter. Like, I have those. That one. Where is that? I don't even know. Play with masters. It's fine, But like I said, it's a preference thing. I like the one where I don't chalk. I mean, and you notice, even on a stream here, right? I didn't chalk like I don't know 3 4 times. That's you know, and another thing, it doesn't leave any residue on your hands or as much on the cloth. This I made on purpose, right? But that's because I pushed it in. So as far as the cue, well, that's also a personal. Like, for example, I have a video, just recent one, right? Number one is the diameter, right? I played for 5 years with 12.5 and 12.4. Okay. I switched now to 11.8, and I like it a whole lot better. My game changed for a few percent because every single little thing changes your percentage, right? So 11.8. But a lot of people, I would say 90% of people, they prefer 12.4. I mean, even pros and like, I personally like 11.8. That's as far as the diameter goes. Carbon fiber versus wood. Again, carbon fiber for me, um, if I play somewhere hot or in the summer, um, if I forget my glove, I don't get, even if my hands are a little bit sweaty, it's much better like movement. And obviously, with the carbon fiber, the true carbon fiber, the what's it called? The deflection is a whole lot smaller. That does not mean that the wood would not give you that either, right? I have a wooden one for my. This is by the way, Mucci one, and even with the wooden one, it's exactly the same thing. The only thing, like I said, if it gets a little bit hotter, my the stroke in itself is much better for me. So that's up to you, right? Uh, what can you get for 400? Um, there's a company that you can get. It's called Bizu Billiards. I have two. I have few cues from them. Um, they're not too bad. I for the money. What I'm trying to say. Um, but like, it's a carbon fiber, like fully carbon fiber, right? So I like that. Uh, and then look, my first cue, I believe my very first cue was a basically a sister company from Vikings, um, and it's called Players. So Players one, which is same. I can actually wait. Let me show you. Actually, I still have it. My very first cue that I bought. Just a second. It wasn't a carbon fiber, but this was a design. Okay. I really like the design. I did not necessarily like this. I like either leatherette, like a leather one, versus I don't know what this material is. This one doesn't have any, so this is really like for the gliding. Um, so this is the very first one. That carbon fiber right there can fit on this one. So like doesn't when you are buying something, um, I would stick to a one brand number one. This one was good. The only thing what I really wanted is a little bit more weight in the back. Okay, that's number one, and I did not like this. But I believe I paid 250 for it, but it didn't come with low deflection. So, and look, like played with it for what about, if I'm not mistaken, about a year and a half. But what do you got? Yeah, J Flowers or Colin? Yeah, yeah, those are really good too. That I agree with you guys. I actually reached out to Colin, but they're they're not. I mean, this sponsor, but um, they're not doing any sponsorships for from the Colin. But I really like one of their cues, right? So that's why I don't know. Um, like I said, the Bizu Billiards. Um, look them up. You'll see. It's pretty decent for what you get. But J Flowers, Colin, uh, what's that other one called? Valhalla? I never had that one, but I know I heard good things. Rhino. All right, so let's talk about Rhino too. I've heard mixed. Hey, hi, Morelia and Jesus. Um, Rhino one is another one, right? So Rhino cues. I believe you can get for 200 bucks also carbon fiber with nice. But what I heard um, is that after, like, maybe not people being careful, it actually splits. So carbon fiber is so hard, it shouldn't really split. Now, I noticed that a lot of those people, they live in like hot places like California or anywhere else, and they leave their cues in a car. So the carbon fiber gets a little bit more loose, right? I mean, it's a little bit like, and then let's say they break with it, and I can see that happen. Even with it doesn't matter what, I so I don't know. I got mixed reviews about that one. Okay, I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying they're bad, but I think for the money, um, I would not go. I when I first bought cues, I would never go with something for 20 bucks. Not saying it's bad, okay? It's just that once you get better at playing pool, every little detail helps. Like for example, some people like medium, some people like soft, some people like uh I don't know, Predator one, Victoria, I'm talking about tips, and things like that. For me personally, this is Kamui. This is just Kamui Athlete, and I have a Kamui Clear, which just has like a little clear, but it's also medium. I like those the most. I played a lot, actually, for about 7 months with Predator Victory. That one was really good too. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So again, every little detail adds to your game once you get better. Okay. For someone that just started yesterday, the tip, the nothing really matters because what matters is what you really, well, maybe you should get this. What you need to do is practice, right? To make balls, and then then we're gonna talk about the cuts and all of that, right? I don't know how many. I mean, you guys are also pro players, right? How many agree with that statement? Where like it doesn't really matter, but I would not start with something really cheap, like 20 bucks. You get everything because once you get used to that, and you get like to make the balls into the pocket, right? Like you can make two, three balls in the pocket. Then you get used to that cheap thing, right? And you get into something like, let's say, a carbon fiber or low deflection, and like different tip. Then I believe personally, like it just because you were training on that little cheap thing, um, your your what's it called, the precision, the aiming, the stands, the everything, you got used to it, and then now you get something with like this, and I don't know, it's a whole new game, right? Practice first, definitely, yeah. The only issue I had was the ferrule not being glued properly after replacing with proper glue. I heard that too. Yes, my guy, who I my Q guy, who was actually putting the tips on. Um, his name is JT, by the way. But for him, he told me that same thing. He actually said that that was one of the things that um, they do come off from time to time. And then he said something about like the ferrule in itself, not the tip, the ferrule. He had to change it, and I believe like he has to actually change the whole ferrule, where basically not cut, but basically you cut in it, you undo it, and then you put a different kind with the obviously better glue, right? So yeah, uh, showing out. for a chef. I know. I have this one is my I don't know, can you guys see the name? So this one, see, this one is my custom one, okay? I because I wanted this dip, I wanted 11/8, and you know, the guy put also the name on it. And yeah, I this is my primary cue, and then I have another one. Um, where is it? Oh, right here. This is what gets you. This is $1,000 right here. So Q-Tech, okay. I, you know, if you don't want to shell out 700, but you want to do something like really have some really good carbon fiber, yeah, I like Q-Tech to be honest. Even, you know, it's better. So yeah, I have too many stuff, man. That's the thing. Once you get into the pool stuff, uh, just a second. Once you get into the pool, that was one of the mistakes I made early on. Is like I would be spending money on a different things, instead of like you know sticking to pretty much one or two brands, and you know what's good for me, right? Versus like you know 300 here, 400 here. Even my friend who was actually in the chat here before, um, you know, he has a Predator and McDermott cues, but you know, over the time, he just found more suitable to go with the Q-Tech. I don't know. So, but yeah, tell me, guys, what what cue do you have? I'm actually interested. I I'm sticking with what I have. This is probably gonna last me. I love it. I perfected it. Okay, I perfected it. I love the this part. The only thing I want still is leatherette here, um, on one of the cues. So let's say when it gets a little bit hot, I want leatherette instead of this. And this guy I'm leaving as is, and my Kamui medium, it's also good. Let me see. Still way better. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, for me personally, it matters that a queue is good. I'm not saying like you know, look, even when you go to the pool hall and you have those, forgot what they're called, you know, just a regular pool cues, right? I'm not saying they're bad. It's just that you know, if you're practicing, let's say here, I'm practicing a stop shot or something like that, and then it does this, like, I mean, I actually did it, did it the way it's supposed to. No, because I'm playing with my cue, but like, you know, you're trying to do a stop shot, and then it does like this, like, you know, sure, I made all of that, but the cue ball, well, not in this case, cue ball went forward, right? Just because it doesn't have the grip, and then those things are like big. So like, you know, when you're doing a draw shot, like you barely get any motion back. So that's why like, you know, when you go with the with something with something cheaper, like your draw shot is not gonna work. So once you get better, right? I play with Mez. Oh, with Mez, okay. Um, Once you get into the draw shots, right? Or cue ball control as a, you know, a good player. I'm not saying like, oh my God, you're a pro, semi-pro, or anything. I'm saying like, once you get better, right? You want to have. What do I mean by better? Personally, when I say better, that means that you are beyond. You're beyond this. Okay, you're beyond uh, making the ball into a pocket. Okay, that, and then let's say now we're gonna put like this, okay, and I need to hit the 8 ball there, but I have to have a cue ball control, okay? I wanted to have it there, okay? So now I wanted to make the same thing, but my cue ball needs to go this way, right? So um, what I'm trying to say is this is where cue ball control matters, and you cannot achieve that perfection and practice, right? With a regular cue, you just, I mean, maybe, but it will take you 10 times longer. I don't know. That's why, cues like this exist. That's why, chalks like this exist. By the way, I haven't chalked in a while. Have you noticed that? So, um, I like when you guys ask me questions. I mean, of my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm not saying I'm right in every single thing because, you know, but I do have a vast uh, knowledge about playing pool and everything. Consistent, yes, consistency. Um, what else should we do? I'm gonna stick around for, I don't know, some time. Let me see if I can make this. What is that? Right here. Hey, I mean, I made it through. I made it into the pocket, but I touched it, just a nick of it. Okay, so it doesn't matter where it is. This is good for practicing. What's it called? Like bank shots or kick shots, right? Where like you're pretty good. Where like you just notice I put it here, I put it here. Does that, and now I have to still make through this, right? Um, there, perfect. So, ever use pocket reducers? Yeah, um, thanks. I do. I actually have them right here. These guys? Yeah, no, I do. The only thing about these pocket reducers, why am I not having it? Well, right now, number one, um, once I really damage this Simonis that I placed, once I damage this one pretty good, and when it's time for the new cloth, which is probably gonna be next year, or a little bit less, I mean a little bit more, then I'm gonna reduce my pockets regardless. Like I'm gonna make them like this small, like snooker small. Just because I want to practice like not snooker small, but you know what I mean, like smaller than let's say a diamond table, 9 foot tables, or 7 ones. Just because pocket reducers are really good when you're playing. But the one thing that I disliked about it, and I haven't done the change, is this part right here. Okay, even like it just doesn't. It does. See how it hit, like it hit here and then here, right? It doesn't give you that. It does not give you that real feel, right? So it's good. Let's say if I'm hitting right into that right there, you see how it went out. Okay, the ball went out. I hit right into here, right? What that means that if I hit right into here, okay, which I'm gonna do right now, okay, if I'm playing it right, like normal, the ball went in, right? So those are the little things that I dislike about. But I'm not saying not to get anything. If your pockets are huge, I believe I paid like $30 for that. I don't know. They're great. I mean, like they're good for. But for me, when this is Simonis 860, extremely fast. It burns like the burn marks. If I don't put the like if I'm jumping the ball, if I don't put this guy, yeah, I'm gonna have some like holes or something. It has a like even when I let's say play 20 30 times from the same spot, I'm breaking from a very same spot, the burn marks start to show, right? So I'm going to once I replace, I'm gonna make it shorter. That way, but the pool table itself, it's amazing. I love it. What do you guys play normally? Like, what do you guys play? 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, all of it, like me. I play all of it. I mean, 8 ball, 9 ball, and 10 ball. Yeah. See, yes, yes. Four is good. This is 425, so it's a little bit bigger. I when I'm redoing it, I'm gonna do 375. So a little bit smaller. It should be about my perfect. If I wanted to have something perfect, um, it would be 1 ball and I can 1 ball and maybe like about 2 fingers. So like, or maybe even one. Like, yeah, one and yeah, something like that. A little bit smaller than a diamond. The pockets that I love on which pool table is the Ratson one. Damn, those are like so nice. Um, and they're not as expensive either. But anyways, at home I'm good as is. I don't practice here a whole lot because when I go to tournaments or play against, um, like especially around here, they're all 9 foot tables. So when I go from 8 foot to 9 foot, and if I practice here for like I don't know 10 hours, yeah, it's a big difference. Going back from going back from 8 foot table to I mean from 9 foot table to 8 foot table. That I agree. That or going from 8 to 7. Um, yeah, that's good. Going from 9 to 7, it's a big difference. What do you guys think? I personally think that actually even like I don't know, going from 9 foot table to 7 foot table, it's like um, it's like playing on a kiddie pool table. Like, but it throws off like instead of like see how I'm shooting fast, right? So on a 9 foot table, that would be normal. Let's say uh, three rail, right? Um, on a 7 foot table, if I would do this, it would be probably like 16 rail. Uh, I would go with 16 rails. So 10 ball and 3 cushion. Oh, okay. Hey, thank you all for the likes. Appreciate it. Like I said, feel free to ask me like anything. I mean, we can talk as as a group. Like I love this. Like I really do love like talking about pool and I don't know if you guys are in the APA, BCA, UPA. I did them all. APL as well. So and I don't know. To me, every league has its own strength, and obviously APA is just an amateur. Um, but I don't know. It's a good starting point, I believe, for everyone. I mean, I started like that, so no complaints there. But Ultimate Pool was really good for me. I mean, I really liked it. The only part of it is that my opponents and not opponents, but like the place that I played out of or for them um, was a little bit far, especially in the winter. Like like right now. I don't know. To me, it was just look at me going every 2 seconds. Um, So this is what I was saying. Once you get over, this is where I'm warmed up. Like you don't want to play against me when I'm warmed up. Anyways, the ultimate pool was really interesting combination of everything because the ranks was pretty much similar to Fargo rating. That's number one, which I like. Not a whole lot of sandbanging, banging, and then what's it called? uh, the 30 minute, right? So you have 30 minutes in ultimate pool. You have 30 minutes. These are the rules. You have 30 minutes, and every shot is 30 seconds, right? So let's say I played against 750, right, in ultimate pool, and he had to take two losses, right? So basic, not two losses, but basically he starts at -2, right? And we have 30 minutes. So and I ended up beating him because of the time. So once we were like on the last game, I think it was 3-2. Um, once we got into the last game, I really slowed down to, like, I was just looking at the clock, make sure that I'm making the ball, but like, it was like 10 seconds, and then I would just wait and wait, and then one, okay, and then I would shoot, and that's how you beat people like that. Uh, I'm pretty high for my rank, but in ultimate pool, I was 425, 425, 525, and uh, yeah. But that's when it starts to get interesting, and then and that was like a year ago. So um, ever since then, my goal, personally, you know, I would love to be in a 700 at some point in my life. Um, but to get there, takes a whole lot of dedication. It's not about just playing good. Like I said, I beat 750 just fine. It's not everyone is beatable. Hell, I don't know if I posted. I played with Efren Reyes too. I'm not joking. Um, but like everyone makes mistakes. It doesn't matter how, like, what your rank is really. The other day, my I was playing against 370 or 360 or something like that. They just needed to win two games, just two, um, and it was bad. Like, I why? Just because I had stuff in my head. So like I said, it doesn't matter how good you are. Sometimes you have one of those days, like not sleeping well, or I don't know, you go through some, I don't know, whatever, some things in life, or and then you have a tournament. And by the way, I don't know why I'm keep on using this guy. All right, let's go to a smaller one. But this is my practice at home. I don't care about the size, right? I just care about, like, making sure that my muscles are aligned, and that I make this. This is the reason why I make this, first of all, for myself. I did saw it somewhere. Uh, I have no. I think it was just a regular thing. One of the pros was using it, and well, I saw it. One of the pros was using it, and I'm like, huh, that I can actually make it myself. So, yeah. What are your guys' Fargos? And by the way, thank you all for these what are those, likes or thumbs ups? Thank you, appreciate it. I made this yesterday. Uh, my little thing. God, you can do everything with stuff. And then this guy I made just about an hour ago. Right now, I'm finishing up to make it even bigger. Oh, you can't see it. Shoot, right there. This guy. Yeah, I see it. So it's a pocket marker. I'm gonna, give him out. I made this bigger one. I just right now, you see this here. I'm gonna fix that. You see, this is the cleaner side of it, um, and I'm making it bigger. Thought it was cool. I'm gonna probably give it as gifts, to people that actually mark their pockets. What about you guys? Thank you again. What is this? Let me see. What is this blue thingy? Oh, green screen? Wait, oops. No, I don't want green screen. I didn't even know that that exists. Can I even type? No. So you guys can only hear me, I guess. All right. I wish there would be something like. And by the way, Pool Hall Junkie, thank you, and thanks, and all of that, you guys that are commenting and staying here. Um, I truly, truly appreciate it. I do. Um, all right, let's go. What was that? One, two, three, five. Through the middle ring. And you'll see I only pre-stroke once or maybe twice. But my ultimate one, when I'm actually focusing and playing, it's three times. Uh, I don't even know if I'm actually not even paying attention. To be honest, I'm not even paying attention uh, of my aim, and sometimes that actually helps. When you're like under pressure, making sometimes I don't know, like sometimes I just blank things out, and I don't think about anything but just the shot, right? Um, Pool table shot. So let's make it through the smallest one. That's gonna be the challenge there. See, I nicked it a little bit. Okay. Probably because it wasn't set up right. There you go. So now this is really like the this size. It's smaller. It's smaller than a snooker table, right? Once you get through this, it gets really, really interesting. Yeah. One of the, what is it called? One of the trick shots I did was basically making three rails through this guy, like literally, three rails. Um, it took me, I think it took me like good 4 minutes to do that. Uh, I mean, I made it into a hole, three rail, and into the hole. I made that. But through this, yeah, that was something. Like the Efren Reyes, the zigzag. Like, let's say, let's try to make that. I don't know if I'm gonna even be able to do it. Let me see. It's too short. No, too short. I'm just used to banking it. Let me see. How about this? Look. Like way too. Um, so I'm trying to make two rails and then into that spot. Let's see, like this. Nope. See, this is the muscle memory. Here, let's do that. Maybe? No. But anyways, uh, you can make fun with this tool. Like really, you can. I'm not joking. Like like you can. I don't know. Make all kinds of uh, tricks or anything, right? Like now I'm shooting through that little one, but the distance is 2.5 feet away, right? The point is to make through that, not through the pocket in itself. There, I knocked it off. So I think I should go back. All right, so it's 12 o'clock here on the East Coast. I'm gonna go to eat something. I truly appreciate for everyone that stayed here, for all the 39 thumbs ups. Oh, and there's some hearts. I don't know what that is. So um, I'll be back. Let me know if you guys like this. I'll post this video also as a live thing. I'm truly happy to see you all, and like that people ask questions and all of that. have a good day and a happy weekend, happy holidays. If you guys don't come by, and